Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the season finale of our Formula One 23 My Team Career Mode for Season 3. If you guys aren't already, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Let me know what you guys think of this season finale because it is going to be a super dramatic race as we are neck and neck with the ageless wonder of Fernando Alonso to try and clinch back-to-back world championships or world drivers championships and make it our second in this game cycle. Fernando Alonso, of course, will be chasing his third drivers championship because this season we have really dropped the ball in the second half. Just to recap, all the way back at the start of season 3, we started off with a P2 in Jeddah, and then we went on to win, I think, back-to-back races. The first 5 races of the season were very good for us. We were leading the championship by a large margin, and then I believe once we got to Hungary, it was awful for us. We had 2 low point finishes. We did not finish in the points in Mexico, which allowed Fernando Alonso to close the gap and then overtake us in the championship. And last race in Portugal was our last chance to close in, and if we did not close in that race, we would have lost the championship to Alonso in Portugal. But we ended up winning that race, overtaking Lewis Hamilton on the final lap, and like I said, it's put us 2 points behind Fernando Alonso. So we need to, of course, finish in front of Fernando Alonso in Vegas here for the finale, but we also need to finish I believe in P8 or higher, or maybe P9, because we do have more wins than Fernando on the season. So if we come in P9 and he does not finish in the points, we'll be tied in points, and then I will go on to win the championship. Or if we finish above P9 and he's behind us, then we will also win the championship. But given the last few races I've had, I'm not sure how confident I am that we will be able to do that. Alonso has been on a heater in the back half of the season, and we have been on a downward trajectory. Yes, we did win Portugal, but the other races were very bad for us. And on top of that, we are racing in Vegas, where I am god awful at. I remember back in season 1 where we had the season finale in Vegas. We got very lucky with the position that we had, but I remember qualifying was awful for us, so we're going to be looking to bounce back here. Now, I have to apologize as well because, unfortunately, I lost the footage for qualifying and about the first half of the race, so I will tell you guys right now, once again, qualifying did not go well for us. It is awful. We are starting down in, I believe, what is P16, or we qualified in P16, but we're in Vegas. We're getting lucky here as Fernando Alonso has a 5-place grid penalty for blocking during the qualifying session. I'm not sure who he blocked, but he does receive a penalty. Some other drivers have engine penalties, and that is going to let us start in P13. Alonso will be starting in P16, I believe. So we're going to get right into this race here. No qualifying or anything, unfortunately. But be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Enjoy the season finale, guys. But here we go, under the lights in Las Vegas. Will it be me? Will it be Fernando Alonso claiming their third drivers championship? We got 5 red lights. This race is underway, and this season finale is go as we dive down the inside of turn 1 past the Aston Martin, wheel to wheel with the Haas and the Ferrari. We're gonna shove them wide a little bit. They get caught up. Charles Leclerc, or Carlos Sainz, right behind me. He's going to get a run on me down into turn 3. We got Sainz, Dragovic, Albon, Ocon, Fernando Alonso down in P16. Carlos Sainz might have a look down the inside here of turn 3, but he's going to fall back. And we are closely following this Mercedes in the opening stages of this race. Piastri is leading Pierre Gasly right now, and that is going to put them in a great position for the Constructors Championship. Now remember, we have to outscore Fernando Alonso by just 2 points in order to claim this championship. So where we're sitting at right now is technically good to clinch the Drivers' Championship, but I fear for the tires during this race, so we're going to have to be aggressive, try to move up, or at least try to create a gap to Fernando Alonso and the drivers behind us so we can keep these 4 points that we have right now. But Carlos Sainz not making that easy right now as we head down the Las Vegas Strip. He's decided not to try and pick up a slipstream. He's going to try and go around the outside into the final corner, but now he's switched over to the inside. And can we hold off Carlos Sainz here going into the penultimate corner? Yes, we can. We're going to cut through the chicane. Lewis Hamilton going a little bit slow through that chicane, and we're going to get a run on him here down to turn 1. We're going to make the move, go down the inside of the final bare corner here, put ourselves up into P7. So this is good for us. Fernando Alonso has moved up 1 spot into P14, passing Lance Stroll as we go wheel to wheel with George Russell to try and keep our P7, and we're gonna hold them off for just a little bit. The other drivers in front starting to create a little bit of a gap here, so hopefully they start fighting each other, and then that'll allow us to catch up and put us in a good position to try and go for another overtake. We do need to be careful in these opening laps, as we don't want to kill our tires, because we are going to be on these tires until about halfway through the race. We're going to be going on to the hard tires, currently on the mediums, and so is most of the other drivers. I think a few of them started on the soft tires, which is a little bit questionable at this track, as the tire deg, at least for me, very, very high on this track. Still in P7 here, following Verstappen, seeing if we can get within DRS range. We are just outside it right now. We will get a slipstream down the strip here, but Carlos Sainz is, actually, DRS has not been activated, I lied, but he will have that slipstream, so he's going to have another go at us here. George Russell just behind him, so he actually gets past George Russell, and it's these two red cars battling for P7 and P8, but they are not on the same team. Yuki Tsunoda just dropped down to P3, re-overtakes Pierre Gasly to get back into P2. Piastri still leading this race. They are probably going to win the Constructors if the standings stay like this. We're very, very far behind. I think that McLaren would have to have no point finishes if we want to claim the Constructors Championship. But to be honest, that's not the focus here. We're trying to go for this Drivers' Championship. Alonso making his way through the field onto lap 12 here. He's right there behind us, so we're in a little bit of trouble. We're struggling with the tires at this point in the race. Now it's a battle for P6 between me, Albon, and Fernando Alonso. Can we hold him up at least until we get onto new tires? If he passes us before we get into the pits, we might be in big trouble, because as you can see, we're in P6, but the drivers in front, Charles Leclerc specifically, has a 10-second gap to us, so we are really, really behind here, and we are starting this DRS train here. It's myself, Alonso, Albon, Sainz, Gasly, Dragovic, Stroll, and I think Bottas is in there as well, as we approach the Las Vegas Strip, where DRS has now, of course, been enabled here. Alonso 2/10 back of Albon. Albon is about 4/10 behind us. They are going to have a proper run at us here down the straight. Everyone here is going to get a run on each other. Like I said, it's a DRS train, but here we go. Down the straight, Alonso activates his DRS. Albon in front of him with the DRS as well. McLaren has an insane top speed down the strip here, as he's going to get a run on Albon. He's going to go for the move down the inside, and he's going to get past Albon. They're going to make contact. Alonso just squeaks out in front, though, but I think he ran over the curb. He hits the wall, and Albon is out. Albon is out of the race. He lost his wing. I think Alonso lost the front end plate as well. That has to be a red flag. That has to be a red flag. We're going to dive into the pits here. Alonso is right behind us, and it doesn't show here, but he has been served a 5-second penalty for that incident with Alex Albon, so he's going to get into the pits here, but they can't work on his car for 5 seconds. He also has a front wing replacement as well, so we are going to get a nice little lead here, but with that safety car, he is going to get lucky. It's going to minimize the damage of his pit stop, but everyone is diving into the pits here, so it still kind of affects him, because now he's going to get caught in all that traffic. We are out. Look at that. We're going to overtake a few drivers in the pit lane as well. We're going to overtake Gasly. We're going to overtake Sainz. Sainz behind us this whole time. But we're back up in a P6 here, and we're going to catch up with the safety car, get these 2 laps in. But the safety car is coming in this lap. Fernando Alonso kind of got a little bit lucky here, because I think he served his penalty in the pit lane. So we're going to get back underway here. We're going to try and go for a move immediately on Charles Leclerc down the inside of turn 1, push him wide, get him on that dirty line, and he's going to come fighting back at us here through turn 2. Now we need to stay within DRS range of Yuki Tsunoda. Hopefully he's nice to us here and realizes the position that we're in. He's not fighting for anything right now. This would put us in a better spot in the Constructors. But I hope he just lets me pass. We'll see. The AI don't tend to be too nice here, and he's already starting to pull away. Yuki Tsunoda doing me a huge favor here. He's in a battle with Lewis Hamilton. That has allowed me to get back into DRS range of not Charles Leclerc, of Yuki Tsunoda and Lewis Hamilton. And it's going to help me keep Charles Leclerc behind me here. Still no update on where Fernando Alonso is. I got an update that one of the McLarens moved into first place, but that doesn't help us. By the looks of the mini-map, though, in the bottom left, it doesn't look like he is in the points here. And actually, we didn't even get DRS. What the hell is this? Okay. Now we might be in a little bit of trouble here. So we're going to go defend the inside. Let Leclerc go to the outside. And then, oh god, now we're going 3 wide. Oh god, we're trying to keep it nice and tight. We get out cleanly. Somehow we survived that without a scratch. Pierre Gasly manages to get past Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc handed the short end of the stick here. And Yuki Tsunoda has now broken free of Lewis Hamilton. So hopefully Hamilton can get back. Yuki's not helping me at all here, but we could potentially be in a race for the constructors. So we may just have to let Yuki do his thing and pray that Alonso doesn't catch up. Even if he gets into the points at this point, we should be good for the Drivers' Championship. It will be back-to-back Drivers' Championships for us as Pierre Gasly goes for the move. Oh my god, we almost went to the wall there, but we still managed to get past Pierre Gasly, staying out in front, keeping ourselves in P5 actually. I thought we were in P6 this whole time. Oh, I think he just hit me from behind. That is not my fault. I am way ahead of him. Hopefully he didn't get any damage there. Oh god, so Pierre Gasly has DRS, and we are going wheel to wheel. There's not much I can do here. We're just trying to stay side by side with them down into the final corner, and we're just gonna pinch him out, keep him behind us. This is a struggle to stay in position here. We have no straight line speed. Every time we go into the corner there at the end of the straight, we're just fighting for our lives because we don't have DRS, and I hit that by accident. But yeah, we don't have DRS, and we have no straight line speed, even without DRS. So hopefully we can stay out in front here. We're trying our absolute best to clinch our second world championship. Charles Leclerc's going to have DRS here. We're going to just go and guard the inside here. He can go to the outside all he wants, but we will have that inside positioning for the corner. Oh god, we have a little bit of contact. That is my bad. I went too deep into the corner. Oh, there's a bunch up back there now. I'm kind of just holding up everyone. It's not intentional, I swear. I'm not trying to be Chick Hicks here, but just bumping the cars to cause some drama. I will say, though, that does help, but that's not very clean, and I don't want to be that kind of driver. All right, not the most entertaining race, but we are heading on to the last lap here. And as long as we can get this car across the line, we will be back-to-back drivers champions. Now, we got super lucky. I think this has to be one of the luckiest races I have ever had, because in all honesty, on pure pace, we do not deserve to win the championship. I'm being completely honest. Alonso was quicker than us in every single session. He qualified quicker, but he got so unlucky. He gets a grid penalty for illegal blocking and qualifying, which I think is an issue with the AI, to be honest, because they love blocking everything in qualifying when you're trying to, you know, follow them for a slipstream. They just love to stop, brake check, all that stuff. I'm sure you guys know if you play the game, but he gets a penalty for illegal blocking. That puts him down to P15 to start, or P16. We started in P13 because of that penalty, and I think Albon got a penalty as well, so it really helped us out. And then he was starting to close in on us about halfway through that race, and he gets into an incident with, I believe it was one of the Ferraris. I'm going to look at the replay after this. You guys already know who it was. But he loses his front wing. He also gets a 5-second penalty. He gets a little bit lucky because he served it under a safety car, so everyone's going a lot slower. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because he's not going to finish in the points, it looks like. We are in P5, which is good enough to claim our second Drivers' Championship as we cross the line in Vegas. Let's go, baby. Let's go. But we come to Vegas, put it all on red, and we get lucky in typical Vegas fashion. It goes our way. Everything went our way this race. and we clinch our second Drivers' Championship to put ourselves alongside some of the greats to ever get behind the wheel. We're now one of them with multiple World Championship titles. We come in P5. It would have been nice to win the season finale, but man, Vegas, I think, is my worst track. I think it was worse than Mexico, to be honest. Like, it's just so uncomfortable the entire drive because you have to have such low downforce, and all the corners are pretty low speed, I would say. You got the slow chicane, you got turn 1, which is pretty slow, and then turn 2, man, oh my god, I don't even want to get started on that. But P5 is good enough to get the Drivers' Championship because everything, on the other hand, goes wrong for Fernando Alonso. He gets a grid penalty before the race even starts, and then the race starts, gets caught up in traffic, gets an incident, 5-second penalty, replacement of the front wing, and it was all over for him. He did the best he could, starting in P16, finishing in P13, and the ageless wonder is still not able to grab a world title, which, now that I think about it, puts us on par with Fernando Alonso with 2 world championships also back-to-back. So just a nice little side note there. However, he does get a little bit of a laugh in the Constructors' Championship as McLaren take the crown in this Constructors' Championship, and once again we fall short of getting that Constructors' Championship. That is 100% on Yuki Tsunoda. Like, look at that, 152 points total for myself versus 47 for Yuki Tsunoda, more than 100 points behind me. You know, even if he put himself in P6 or P5, like, we only needed 30 some odd points, 32 points to clinch the Constructors' Championship. But Yuki Tsunoda did not have a great season. He just fell short of the podium in this race as well, finishing in P4. I will say he did do better than me, but that is not the case for the majority of the races this season, as you can see from the driver standings here, as we stand atop of all 22 or 21 drivers, not including myself here as a Drivers' World Champion. And then back at the factory, we got a big task on our hands here, as most of you guys know, the regulations changed, and this is all we're carrying over into next season. All the aero got wiped out, all of the chassis got wiped out, and all of the durability also got wiped out. So we made some sacrifices to go for the Drivers' Championship, but we're gonna suffer next season, I think. It really depends on how the other teams do, but I don't think we got a lot of upgrades through. I'm assuming the bottom end teams as well probably got more upgrades through than the top end teams because we're all chasing the championship, but we'll see. Hopefully everyone is affected close to the same amount we are. We are going to sim through here as we got a lot of season ending activities. We got chassis, aero, facility upgrades, and then we have a contract renewal, which I'm not going to reveal right now, but it will be a new teammate. Okay, no. Shit, I made a mistake, guys. So last video I spent a lot of money to get facilities, and I thought we would be able to sign our new teammate after the season actually ends and we get all of our bonus money, but we're being forced to sign a teammate now, which I can't skip this. So my options here are to re-sign Yuki Tsunoda with a 96 rating, 98 focus, and a bunch of other stuff, or basically the best driver we can sign is between Bottas, Gasly, and Ocon, none of which I like very much more than Yuki Tsunoda, who is improving. He's going to be a lot cheaper at the same time, so we really shot ourselves in the foot for next season. We are already not off to a great start, so I think we're gonna have to re-sign Yuki, and we don't have any My Team icons that we can sign either. So I guess we are gonna try and re-sign Yuki Tsunoda here. We gotta come with our tail between our legs. Maybe I can lowball him and go for something. Maybe he'll simulate to the end, and we can sign a new teammate. Do I really want to risk that though? Okay, maybe let's lowball him. We're gonna lowball him here, see what he says. He did not have a good season. Oh, okay, so he declined it. Oh, great. So if we can sim to the next day here, or go to the driver market, can we sim through? Okay, let's try and sim through here. Contract renewal. Yeah, I don't really care right now. Okay, we're gonna go for a medium risk one this time. We're not gonna give him 13.7. He only demands 12. Doing that would be a lot, so we're gonna give him the middle contract, and he declines again. Who does this guy think he is? What? He declined that. Oh my god. Okay, now we might be in real trouble here. Can we go to the end of the season again? Is he gonna want to accept our approach this time, as we've lowballed him twice? Okay, so he's accepted this time. We could try. We're gonna go for medium risk again. Like, I don't really care if he says no. I'm not signing him for more than he's asking for, and he declines. Oh my gosh, maybe we could just get him to decline all the way to the end of the season. Let's see, renegotiate with him. Is he gonna decline our approach this time? No, he accepts it. So we're gonna go with the medium risk again. Is he gonna decline? Okay, so he's signed now. Great. So we got Yuki for 289 days, which I think brings us to the end of next season. Unfortunately, which means we are stuck with them for another season. I wish there was a way to force drivers out of contract, but unfortunately we're just gonna have to deal with it. Stupid mistake by me, man. Now we're gonna have every season here with a somewhat poor second driver. However, guys, that is going to be it for this one. We clinch our second Drivers' Championship title in this My Team Career mode. And starting in the next episode, we are going to be chasing probably what is our last opportunity to get another Drivers' Championship before the release of F124, because that is releasing May 31st, just at the end of May, I believe. So we have about 10 weeks, I think, maybe just under that, to bang out season 4 with our ex-teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Unfortunately, I made a stupid mistake and we weren't able to sign someone different, or we could have signed someone different, but they would have just been worse than Yuki Tsunoda, and that's not going to help us. So now we're just gambling that he will have a bounce back season next year and he's able to compete to help us get a Constructors Championship. But before I end it off, just want to say thank you guys so much for your support throughout the season. Always means a lot. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys know when season 4 comes out. But until then, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.